This is a fun one, babe. We get into ayahuasca trips.
Wow.
Chippendales.
Yes.
Iconic supermodels.
Behind the scenes of Practical Joker stuff.
That's exactly right. And a crazy slide that adults almost get killed on in Battery Park City.
It's amazing, and I'm telling you, you're gonna wanna watch this episode. You're also gonna wanna watch Special Weshy, my comedy special on Netflix.
That's it then, babe.
Yeah, because I got dates coming up in Providence in the first week of July at ChristyComedy.com if you want to see it. And at the end of August, I'm on the road in Los Angeles at the Brea Improv, ChristyComedy.com. But you got more dates, babe.
June dates, Syracuse, Rochester, Milwaukee, Minnesota, Hampton Beach, and Foxwoods. July dates, Vegas, Boulder, Colorado, Phoenix, Seattle, Portland, and Vancouver. All at SalVulcanoComedy.com right now.
Don't be a fake, don't be a flake, don't run away from your feelings, babe. Don't be afraid, don't be ashamed, don't hesitate to say, hey, babe, hey, babe, hey, babe, hey.
My love must be the kind of blind love. I can't see anyone but you. Shabab, shabab. Shabab, shabab. Are the stars out tonight? I don't know if it's cloudy or bright. I only, hey babe, for you.
This is a good song to start with.
Yeah.
Because guess what, babe?
What?
Tonight, going to Rayo's in the city. Iconic New York City Italian eatery. Rayo's, babe. You've been there. What do I order? I'm trying to stay healthy.
They'll play this tonight. They'll come out and sing it tonight. Did you ever go?
No.
So it's small. Have you ever seen it?
No. I didn't want to Google it. If you don't know Rayo's, which is in is it Harlem?
Spanish
Harlem.
116th, I think.
It's in Latinx Harlem. We're trying to be progressive.
Nice.
It's in Latinx Harlem, and it is probably, I would say, I'm not saying it's the best restaurant, but I would say it's the most iconic.
It's an iconic restaurant.
They
They don't take reservations, and you have to know someone to be able to eat there.
got it.
So someone has to know somebody to give you the table. They only do 1 or 2 seatings a night. There's only about maybe 20 tables in it. It's pretty small.
So I have to be there at 7. What if I get there at 7:30? Can I not get seated? What's the rules here?
Well, you're going with a big shot, but I mean, no, it's not like that.
Well, because what do you mean seatings? Explain that.
So like they seat, there's only 2 seatings. So if like there's a 7 o'clock seating and then like a 10 o'clock seating.
So you can't stay there and hang out.
I think
they got to turn over the room.
If that's still the way they do it, they turn over the room, I think. Or maybe if no one has the table for the whole night, you can stay as long as you want. People like have dibs on the tables is how I was explained to it.
Did you go to the 7 o'clock showing?
I've been over the years. Luckily, fortunately, my friend's dad has a very big connection with it. So over the years, I've gone like a handful of times. It's great food. It's great food. There's like no menu. Like
they bring out the food. You don't order.
Come out. They be like, "What are you feeling tonight?" You know, and then they have. This,
and what if I say I have high cholesterol, high blood pressure?
They'll probably tell you they don't care about that.
Yeah, they don't care about that.
It's old school Italian. It's like, you know what I mean? It's actually, the place itself, it's iconic looking, but it's nothing fancy. It's actually like, it looks like a very old, it has a lot of character inside.
Right.
A lot of, it's like green walls with all these old pictures and picture frames on the walls.
Right.
And, you know, the tables are small and everyone's right on top of each other. And Frank Pellegrino, who used to be the proprietor or the owner or whatever it was.
Of Pellegrino Water?
No.
Okay.
But he was probably just as wealthy. He has since passed, unfortunately. He used to be the FBI agent on The Sopranos.
Wow, really?
Yeah. And now his son, which is Frank Jr., I believe, and other family members run it. And his son, Frank, was running the Vegas outpost, which is different. That's like making a reservation.
Because there was a Rayo's in L.A. I was in L.A. And I was like, I skipped it. I said, I'll go to real... The real Rayo's, I'll go to no Rayo's.
This is real Rayo's. And then also the bartender was there for like 50 years. His name was like Johnny Vests because he only wore vests.
Yeah.
And he passed recently.
So I'm going to a kind of the Rayo's, but it's lost some of their kind of the icons.
I don't know if it's lost. My friend just called me to go too, and we were trying to set it up.
Why don't you go? Let's go tonight.
I can't go tonight.
You can't go last minute.
Every time I'm there, someone of note is there. It's fun.
Who was there the last time?
I've seen... My friend went, and right behind them was Larry David and Jerry Seinfeld.
Like sitting in there, just the two of them.
Sitting in their booth, just the two of them. I've seen Pat Cooper in there, which is pretty funny.
That's funny.
I've seen over the years a bunch. I mean, like a bunch of comedians and celebrities, athletes and stuff and things like that. But the kitchen
every
is
time
old
you go
school.
in there,
the kitchen is like old school guys and like a lot of like just they knew my show, so that was fun. Because they would come out like they get excited because they probably see everybody, but then when someone comes through that's like not really whatever, but it's a show they watch, they would all come out of the kitchen and ask for like pics and stuff, which was kind of cool,
Oh, so you can take pics in there and stuff. It's not like I could record, be like, I'm in Rails right now.
Yeah, I think people do it because what they used to do, and if they still do it, they'll like throw on the radio or the juke or the radio, and it's all songs like the Flamingos, and people will like they'll sing volare, whoa, whoa, whoa,
and the waiters will sing it,
and Frank would come out and start singing it, and then if anybody else is there that works there, they start singing it, and then people just get up out of their seats, the whole restaurant sings together, and then people get out of their seats and start dancing and everything. And it's only like 40 people in the whole place.
Did you get up and start singing and dancing?
I did. Yeah, I did. I was like, this is awesome.
Wow.
Yeah, and everyone was singing and everything. They do a couple songs, and then you go back to eating, and then maybe it might break out again.
So
not
like,
every night, maybe. But
don't be worried about a diet tonight. Tonight's not the night.
You will not want to diet tonight.
Don't be like, I can only have the salad. Like, you need to go eat tonight and enjoy it.
A lot of times I leave there like full, like, oh God, I'm full.
So how many times have you been there?
Under 10.
Under 10, but over 7.
Maybe like 5 to 7.
5 to 7 times, not bad.
Yeah. I go like every year. It's every couple of years.
You go every couple of years. Just go in there.
Every year.
I know a guy who has a table as well, and he DMs me sometimes on Twitter. I wonder if he'll be there tonight.
You should go. It's a fun experience,
Yeah.
There's no prices and nothing. Like it's just
is it going to be? Is it going to hit me?
They have this. No. It's a regular meal. If you're going with a group, first of all, you're probably not paying.
I don't think I'm paying.
If you're going with a group and like let's say it was like 4 of you and you all chipped in with tax and tip and everything, you might go in for $150, $200. It depends how much you like drink or.
Are they cash only or do they take credit cards? This feels like a cash only spot.
I think they might be cash only, but
they got an ATM.
I don't remember if it's cash only. But I just feel like it would be. Yeah.
I feel like they don't want to pay a tax.
You go in, sometimes you wait for your seal a bit, so you stand by the bar. Everyone pounds a drink by the bar. Inside the bar has like an awning on it, like it's almost like it's outside. It's kind of neat.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna secretly.
Tonight's your night.
Tonight's my night.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wear this.
That's a nice. You put
this
that on.
shirt,
I don't know if I've seen that.
Well, first of all, shout out to Roosevelt's. RSVL.
Oh, you told me about that.
At RSVLTS on Instagram. This shirt called the Kunu Flex. Best button-down shirt I've ever had. It's getting summer now. It's getting warmer. Got the short sleeves.
Roosevelt's, I'm here. We just plugged you, so send some stuff.
Send some stuff to Sally, babes.
Email, Gmail, Pimp, and send us all stuff.
Love it. Pimp would legendary in this. Legendary in this.
Roosevelt's, if you're watching and we know that you are, please, hit us up and send me a selection.
So I took the Staten Island ferry the other day with my family. Just a random day where we just said, you know what? We're just going to take the ferry, me and the fam. We just took the ferry, got on the ferry with just like no destination. Like we're just going to go to the other side.
I love it.
And the kids loved it to be on the boat.
Have they been on the ferry before?
Never.
No.
Never.
Oh, they must have went raw and buck wild.
They went
Power 105.
wild. They went raw and buck wild. Yeah.
Star and buck wild.
Star and buck wild.
Yeah.
They went nuts. And we got off the ferry, and Homeless Pimp doesn't live far from there. We met Homeless Pimp. We went to this playground called Battery Park Playscape. It's a public playground. There's a slide in that playground that is the tallest slide I've ever seen in my life. Like almost to the point, this slide. It doesn't look like it's that big.
Wow, that must be new. I
on
have never
the picture.
Seen that.
Sal, when I tell you.
Is it in the castle? It's in that castle thing? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, is it inside that castle thing? In
What do you
Battery
mean?
Park? Is that where the slide
No,
is?
this is like open to the public playground.
Where the hell is
It's
that?
you know where the carousel is in Battery Park? That's like seashells.
Carousel.
It's like a seashell. It's like you sit like inside fish. It's like a $5.
You're going past downtown Battery Park.
You get off the Staten Island ferry.
You're walking a little. You're going past Bowling Green.
No, you're in Battery Park. You're like literally in Battery Park.
I must have not been there. I've been here quite some time.
It's right there.
Oh,
yeah, like the ferry's right there.
All new then.
It's like where the restaurant is, like the View restaurant or something like that.
Okay.
It's like on that. So, but it's just a regular park. Like it's somebody's local park. And this slide, first of all, the kids coming down that slide are going, they might hit a speed of like 15 to 20 miles an hour.
That's fun.
They wipe each other out because a little kid will come down the slide and just be sitting there, and then the next kid's coming by. There's nobody up there to tell them stop, go, stop, go.
Right.
And they were wiping each other out. We sat there for 5 minutes tops. We saw 10 adults go on it like with their kids. 8 out of 10 when they got to the middle of the slide, screaming.
It was a bad idea.
There was a woman screaming at the top of the like, ah! And she was an Asian woman screaming in Asian, and then literally barrel rolled off the bottom of the slide. She got up, her mask was turned this way, hat to the side.
She's wearing a mask on the slide.
She was Asian, they go with the mask.
More prevalent.
Shout out the mask. The Asian people go with the mask.
That's from back in the day. SARS back in the day.
Asians, I would say OG mask wearers, Asians.
All the way. I'll tell you another
day
thing.
one.
You know what? A thing I really like about Asian people in the summer months? Parasol game is tight.
Parasol.
You know they rock parasols?
Wait, what's a parasol?
Like a umbrella for the shade from the sun.
That's called a parasol?
Yeah, like Bentley. What's his name? What's P Diddy's butler's name? Farnsworth. You know how he holds up like it's very like French, English, but Asian people. I'm telling you, they got a tight parasol game. Take notice of it in the summer months. I used to work with this young kid. We used to go hang out. He used to pop a parasol all the time. And I really like it. It's imagine it now. It's basically umbrellas for rain, parasols like for sun. I don't know if it's for fashion. I think it's just for shade.
Yeah.
But we should do parasols, bro.
Yeah.
We should do parasols. I hate the sun beating down on me when I'm having a stroll.
Let's make some merch.
You want to make parasol merch?
Hey Babe parasols.
Let's make Hey Babe parasols. I think those will sell. Especially to the Asian community.
Images for parasols.
Do you want the difference between umbrella and parasol?
Yeah.
Okay.
Generally, an umbrella has a curved handle to allow for easy grip and storage. A parasol, however, in Latin para for shelter or shield and sol for sun, is typically constructed from a more delicate fabric such as lace, cotton, silk, linen, canvas, and plastic. Yeah, they're fancy. Like some of them have like the yeah.
You fancy,
well, no,
huh?
That's not. Yeah, that's
a full beach umbrella.
Yeah, that's right. See,
there you go, parasol.
Yo, player.
Also, that's like I feel like in the French quarters they had parasols. Like Marie Antoinette had a parasol.
Yeah.
So, but
I love a good parasol.
If you ever have the chance, it's called Battery Park Playscape. If you ever have the chance, again, free, open to the public. Obviously, don't walk in there with no children. If you have your kids, take them. They'll have a great time. But go to the slide. The adults sliding down it was genuinely one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life. I slid down the baby slide with my 10-month-old, and Jasmine has it on camera. I was this close to fully wiping out because you go so fast.
It's got to be a liability issue down there.
No, I cannot
You were there
believe.
for one afternoon and you saw you yourself almost crashed. I wonder how many.
I cannot believe that there aren't paramedics on here or that's even open to the public. I cannot. But the kids were wiping each other out like bowling balls.
That's amazing. What is that?
Yeah, the sea glass carousel. Pimp filmed me on it. I sat in all of them move up and down except the one seat I was in. Didn't move up and down. Everyone else having a great time.
When did this come to pass? When did this come? I've never seen
It's called the
this
Sea Glass
in
Carousel
my life.
in Battery Park.
I worked in Battery Park, like cross street from Battery Park for years.
Yeah.
When did it come out?
I don't know. I think it's been there.
What is that, at night? It glows and stuff?
We were there in the middle of the day, but yeah, it glows at night.
Wiki that shit.
It was great. Chris was getting heckled by the people working there.
Yeah, the people who were working there were like heckling me. They're like, you scared to go on the one that moves? I was like, my life already goes up and down, and my blood pressure goes up and down. I don't want to go on the one that's up and down. They're like, you bitch.
When you said that to that woman, she was like, whatever. There's something really wrong with you.
She was like, get out of here.
Dude, did you ever continue walking up the West Side Highway through Battery Park? There's like a trail, and it goes through Battery Park, like city, and there's buildings on both sides.
Yeah.
And it's their own world over there, dude.
Oh, yeah, I've been to Battery Park City.
They have all their own stuff, like, because it's got to be contained. There's nothing. They're not going to walk into the Fire-Dye District.
No.
So they have everything. They got a movie theater over there. They got a Shake Shack. They got cleaners. They got cobblers. They have everything you need over there.
Yeah.
And then it bursts open again, and there's another park that nobody knows about. A lot of people ride their bikes and roller skate, and it opens up on the West Side Highway. And until I walked, I never knew it. There's a whole like
Yeah, they
there's
got basketball courts. Yeah, I've been there.
There's a marina.
Yeah.
And then when you go past the trade center, there's a full upscale mall.
Yeah.
And then you keep on going. Like there's treasures to be found on that trail.
When's the last time you left your house
Yeah.
with only intention is to go for a walk? True Bill, you know about True Bill?
I do, and I'll tell you a real story right now.
Okay.
I downloaded Epix to watch this TV series called From I was telling you about.
Okay.
And it was a free 7-day trial. And then I also downloaded an Apple game that I played on my television, and I forgot about both of them for like a month, 2 months. And then we did a Truebill ad, and I remembered to go to my Truebill and put all those in, and I canceled them all. Yes.
Right away. True Bill, if you don't know what it is, it's a new app that helps you identify and stop paying for subscriptions you don't need, want, or simply forgot about. On average, people save up to $720 a year with True Bill because companies make subscriptions hard
That's
to
the thing.
cancel, which is I hate companies that do that.
Before this, I tried to cancel the Apple game for 6 months. 6 months, I didn't know where to cancel it.
And True Bill just did it.
Yeah, you just put it in, you put everything in, and it knows how to do it.
Yeah, and it makes Truebill makes it incredibly simple. It links your accounts, and Truebill will cancel your unwanted subscriptions in one tap. And your Truebill concierge is there when you need them to cancel unwanted subscriptions, so you don't have to.
Over 2 million users have saved over 100 milli. Okay,
That's a lot of money.
I'm telling you guys, it's like download, put it in, get it once, and then that problem that everyone complains about is gone. Don't fall for subscription scams. Start canceling today at truebill.com/heybabe. Go right now, truebill.com/heybabe. It could save you thousands of dollars a year. Truebill.com/heybabe.
This podcast sponsored by
BetterHelp. You know what it is.
I know what it is. BetterHelp is online therapy.
Yes.
It is everybody's mental health we all have mental health issues. Burnout is a real thing. Burnout's when you feel like you're working too much, not taking enough time for yourself. That's burnout. And the people at BetterHelp help you get through it. I have been on it. I talked to my counselor, professional counselor online on Zoom. Nobody knows about it but me and this person, and it's really been cathartic for me. I cannot recommend
You don't even
BetterHelp
have
enough.
to do the video if you don't want to.
You don't have to do the video.
Yeah.
I choose to do it, but you do not have to. It can all be audio. That's fine too. You can phone call, whatever you want. And BetterHelp, it's something I think everybody should be doing.
It's cheaper than real therapy, and if you're ever hesitant to try it out or go somewhere or show up or be seen, you could do this from your own home in complete anonymity. You can get a counselor within 48 hours. It's available all over the place. It's just cheaper. It's cheaper than therapy.
BetterHelp is customized online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat sessions with your therapist, so you don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to. It's much more affordable than in-person therapy, and you can be matched with a therapist in under 48 hours.
I said all that just off the top of the dome.
Top of the dome piece.
Hey Babe listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/heybabe. Try it out, guys. As you hear us talk about it all the time, if you've been thinking about it, take the leap. It's BetterHelp, HELP.com/heybabe.
You don't have a plan. You just want to get out there and go for a walk. When's the last time you truthfully did that?
Well,
Not in a hotel on the road. I'm talking about from home. I'm going for a walk.
we do it sometimes.
You just go for a walk.
It's through
your neighborhood.
Yeah, it's liberating.
Yeah.
It's enjoyable.
Going for a walk.
Clears your head, man.
Literally going. I love the home that I have now. My family has, they have the rooms. My daughter has a window. Everyone's got space. I have mice. I literally.
You have mice.
I have mice, unfortunately.
Get back to it.
It's whatever it is. You bring the mice. We bring the mice from the hood. So I literally, though, what I don't like about it is where I live is you can go for a walk.
I thought you were going to say you love walking in your neighborhood.
No, there's no.
Such pretty homes to look at and stuff.
Yeah, but but I'm realizing the kind of person I am. I don't like to walk in a residential area. I like to walk in a commercial area.
Really?
So that's why I like living in Bay Ridge.
Residential is different.
No, I like to walk in commercial. I like to walk past shops. I like to walk in and out of places, not buying anything. But the most relaxing walks I've had is commercial. I like to be around people.
Well, if you're window shopping and taking in a new neighborhood, I guess. But I thought when we went to Pittsburgh and we rented the car,
How could I
and we were
forget?
driving through the streets, and we went up on that hill. You had to piss, and you got out and you pissed in the street.
I pissed in the street.
Yeah. But you remember like that how beautiful that day was, and we just had no agenda. We had the windows down. We were slow rolling through the streets.
It was amazing.
I like that. I like when I go on the road, I'll get like one of those bikes, like those electric bikes or whatever.
Yeah.
I'll rent them or the scooters, and I just get on that shit and I go straight to the residential neighborhoods. And I just
Interesting.
go up and down the blocks, just because that's where you really get a feel for what it's like. I
Yeah.
like that.
I think it was. I must have been. When
You
she
still
was.
going to Savannah?
I'm going to Savannah.
That's where you're gonna do it. You're gonna get rent one of those bikes or get one of those. They drive you around on a bike, or just walk through all those side streets up there in the historical district.
I'm going to get my steps in Savannah.
Yeah.
You get your steps in.
You get it.
Everybody gets their steps
You
in
get it,
Savannah.
baby. There's so much to look at.
I just was thinking about this the other day. Like, there's a thing. Like, I have a little swing outside my house, like a little porch swing, which is nice. I sit in that sometimes just to get air. But I realize, like, every day, if you don't consciously do it, there can be days, it happens to people, they don't breathe an ounce of fresh air for
happens to me.
days.
Yeah.
But it's like, I have an outdoors part of my house. I have a front porch. And there's times where, like, I'll eat, like today, I ate breakfast in my kitchen when it's like, it was a beautiful day. Why not just sit outside and eat it, breathe in the fresh air?
Yeah.
Because I didn't think to do it. So I'm going to try to consciously be like, get outside every day, eat outside, like, enjoy your outdoor space.
Yeah, you got a nice meal outside in the yard, breakfast or dinner or whatever.
What's better than a meal outside?
Not
What would you
much.
rather do? Have a meal outside or have sex with Sidney Crawford and your wife says it's okay? I'm talking about 1997, Sidney Crawford, top of the world. Your wife, your girlfriend at home, your husband at home says it is okay. It doesn't count as cheating. You can either do this or have a nice, beautiful meal outside.
Well, Cindy Crawford, I will tell you, like almost the entire planet, for me, was at the extreme top of my list.
Right.
As far as just a gal who knocked my socks off.
Right.
You know, but this is like, it's been a while. But by the way, have you seen her lately? She looks unbelievable.
Yeah.
And I would have to say that's an absurd question.
That's what.
And I think 10 out of 10, probably 20 out of 10 times I would have sex with Cindy Crawford.
Overeating a nice meal outside.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I do the same. I'd have,
Yeah.
I'd have sex with
I mean,
Sidney
outside
Crawford.
is nice, but
I'd have sex with Sidney Crawford and be like, would you like to enjoy a nice meal outside?
yes, exactly. So you're asking if I want to be outside eating a meal or
Yeah.
inside Cindy Crawford.
That's the name of this episode. Name this episode Inside Cindy Crawford.
So on a beautiful evening.
Do you think Cindy Crawford, I don't know even why I'm mentioning her, do you think like when people say, like, who's your favorite basketball player? And if you say Michael Jordan, you're like, of course Michael Jordan, that doesn't count, give me a better one. You think if you say who's your favorite supermodel and you say Cindy Crawford, she's that level? Like she's the most iconic supermodel of all time?
She's in the conversation. She has to be.
Who is the most iconic supermodel of all time? Like when you say basketball player, it's synonymous with Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
When you say supermodels, it's synonymous with Cindy Crawford?
When 90s and whatever, it was Cindy Crawford. It was Claudia Schiffer. It was Evangelista.
Wow, Claudia Schiffer. I forgot all about her.
Right?
That's from Wayne's World. They go, Shawing. It's
Yeah.
for Claudia Schiffer.
Remember that?
I don't even know what Claudia Schiffer looks like. Can
Not
you pull
anymore.
up Claudia Schiffer? Do you even know who Claudia Schiffer is, Pimp? Because you're younger than us.
I mean,
I love Wayne's World.
Oh, Claudia Schiffer, yeah. Yeah, Claudia Schiffer. And when was she married to Seal?
I think that's
Who was
somebody
married
else.
to Seal?
I think that's like
Wasn't Claudia
Giselle
Schiffer. We're getting
Bundchen?
no's from the background.
Giselle.
It was who was married to Seal?
Tyra Banks.
Tyra Banks? Heidi Klum.
Yes, there they are.
I guess Heidi Klum counts as an iconic
Oh yeah, for
supermodel.
sure.
Because the iconic male supermodel, I'd say, is Tyson Beckford. Or Fabio.
Yeah, but Tyson, was he like an international model?
I think Tyson Beckford was international.
Really, I haven't heard of him much.
I went to his Chippendales show. Completely
so?
by myself. I was doing the Comedy Cellar in Las Vegas at the time at the Rio. Chippendales is at the Rio. Tyson Beckford was performing at the Rio. I had time to kill. Didn't know the lineup of comics were on at the Comedy Cellar. There are free tickets to the Chippendales show if you're performing at the Comedy Cellar, because it's all in the Rio, you can get tickets to the Chippendales show. So I got the tickets and I went to go see Tyson Beckford perform at Chippendales, and it was probably one of the best shows I've ever been at in my life. I swear to God.
What happened? Was it just him the whole time, just stripping?
No. It's these guys.
So he's a Chippendale or he's a model? I don't understand.
No, Tyson Beckford's a model, but he's at. They have Chippendales does a thing where they have celebrities come in, like Vinny Guadagnino from the Jersey Shore. Sure. Is one of the celebrities that comes in and does the Chippendale.
And dances and stuff?
Does a whole show.
It's great.
It's
really?
Great. Yeah. Oh, I've no. I'm talking about I saw Tyson Beckford for one show. I'm not talking about that's the only time I'm in the Chippendales. I'm in the Chippendales several times. I go. I don't think it's gay.
No.
They put on a fantastic show.
It's a fabulous show.
One of my friends we went to when Vinny Guadagnino was because he's friends of ours. We went and they actually brought one of my friends who's a guy up on stage and they put him in a rope lasso and they swung him around in a rope and he said it was fantastic.
The guys did it?
His name is James Debo.
Oh yeah, Debo.
They have good bits. Yeah, they're very athletic.
Yeah, I will say the only thing about a Chippendale show is if you're a guy on the cusp like me, meaning I exercise a lot, but I have good I have days where I feel good.
Sexually.
That too. On the cusp, these guys will not make you feel good because they are not an ounce of body fat, absolutely jacked, all of them.
But can I ask you, what kind of life is that?
It's not fun.
It's terrible.
What are they going to eat at Rayo's?
Not going to
Seriously,
Rayo's.
they can't go to Rayo's.
They're not going to go.
If they got invited to Rayo's, they couldn't go. They would drink seltzers.
Give me Rayo's or give me death. That's what I say.
Give me Rayo's or give me death.
Okay, I could see that. Going to that.
Yeah.
We did it on a show.
What'd you do?
On
Chippendales?
Yeah, we put Murray in the Thunder Down Under. Yeah, but before we did, we shaved his whole body and then injected his entire body, multiple injections with histamines that he was allergic to, and then we put him in Daisy Dukes. Look at his back.
Oh my God!
We put him in Daisy Dukes and a cowboy hat, and we put him on stage, and his body it broke out in hives while he was dancing.
Here's the thing with Murray.
You can find the video.
Here's the thing with Murray.
Ripped every time when I.
No, it's definitely on YouTube.
No. When I played on our show, it gets.
Shit.
Here's the thing with Murr. If you gave Murr like 6 months, his body is like he doesn't have that much work to do because
look at his back. He's worked out for his whole life.
He's never missed time.
That was one of the best shapes he was ever in. I don't know if he's in that kind of. Look at his body. Look at his body, though.
Oh my God!
Wait till you see. We had a doctor there injecting him. Look at his body.
He doesn't look bad,
but his body is pussing and festering.
Does that had to suck.
What
is he allergic to? Peanuts?
I don't remember what it was, but we shot him with so much of it.
Do you ever think that there's a time, like as time goes on, like Murr could come back and sue you for this? Or do you guys have to all sign waivers like we won't sue each other in time for this?
We don't. We've done such bad stuff to him, dude.
Yeah,
There was one time we got a dentist and he was giving a food presentation about foods from all around the world. And right before, we shot him up. I don't even know if it was legal. We shot him up with so much Novocaine in his mouth that his mouth went like dead. And then he had to go out and give this whole speech. And he didn't have function of his own mouth.
Oh my God.
It looked like he had Bell's palsy. His whole face drooped down, and look
at his face, his fucking dumb face. Wow, good for them. Look at this. Oh, hey,
my favorite's when you had him in the mullet for like a year.
Yeah, you know about that.
He had a full mullet for a year?
No, it wasn't his hair, though, but it was real human hair. It was Q's hair. So, Murray, we made Q grow his hair about 1 foot.
Okay.
Q wanted to cut his hair when it got up to like here. He was growing along, and then we had an idea. What if we had a professional literally shave Q's hair, his head off, and make a wig out of Q's own human hair, and then Murray had to wear it for 1 year.
Anywhere he went in public, he wore it.
On the show.
On the show.
1 full year. It didn't get washed. 1 year.
Did it stink by the end?
Yeah. Every single bit we did for a full season, he put on that wig of Q's real human hair.
Oh, my God.
Then we shaved his eyebrows.
Let me ask you this. Like something like this. Like, do you even remember filming this? Like, do you even remember moments about it?
So I remember this, but I look back and I only remember like half of it.
Isn't that wild?
It's
like
crazy.
Like you literally, and it's not that you don't care because you.
It's just you don't have.
It's just your brain can't do. Like you genuinely have filmed things for hours and days, and you don't remember a second of it.
It's actually mind blowing. Like things like this, like they'll resonate because it's such a different thing.
Where is that? Washington Square Park?
Yeah, that one is Washington Square. Yeah.
Yeah.
No joke. That day we were filming and literally a guy just dropped his pants at the chessboards and just shit right in front of us.
Right in front,
and took a full shit right in front of us
while cameras are rolling.
Cameras were rolling,
but you couldn't use it.
We didn't record it. He just was like cameras were rolling, not on him, but like,
right.
He just shit. Yeah,
I would have loved to. Yeah.
The show will come on. Sometimes I'm flipping, it'll come on, and I look and I go, I have zero recollection of this moment, this bit. What I said, I could watch it the way you could watch it. I'd be like, no idea.
Sometimes you're even a part of the punishment, and you don't even remember it.
Punishments, I kind of remember if it's focused on me a little bit, but still, a bit will come up, and I'll be like, for $1 billion, I don't know what's going to happen and what I'm going to say.
Yeah, that's very, very, very interesting that happens because obviously it's just like a life thing where it's like I'm so much at times like I look back at pictures or videos of like. My daughters, and I'm like, this was like such a iconic moment for me. I don't remember anything about it. It's like I almost feel like because I've spent so much, it could be technology. We cram so much shit in our brains with our phones and iPads and all that like sometimes I feel like I'm losing more mental space.
But it is true, right? It is true that like I think this is true that your brain. I mean, we don't unlock the power of our brain, but I think that at some point, memories that aren't formed in the cortex, like the medulla, whatever the hell it is, the oblongata.
The medulla lasagna?
Yeah. So like those, there's memories that get stored there initially, and those are ones that you'll remember. And then if they aren't impactful, like they say, you won't remember them.
I think that there's a therapy or a type of drug, something that opens up your mind.
Marijuana, I think.
No, yes. But no, where it's like, it's a specific thing where it's like it unlocks memories, like nothing crazy. Like, like there's memories you have in your head from when you were 6 years old that are unlockable. But this drug
it's like when someone can't get to their Bitcoin.
Yes, exactly. Right? They don't remember the sequence, but it's like, does it ever happen to you where like a memory just out of nowhere or a person that you didn't even remember existed pops in your head, or you see a picture and you're like, remember them?
Yes, and sometimes I'll remember the person's image and I don't know their name at all. And they were in my life for like a couple of years.
Yeah, and you don't remember.
Like a high school kid. I went to school with kids for 4 years. You could show me a picture of a guy. I remember that kid. No idea what his name is.
Yeah.
No idea.
Or you could show me a picture of a kid where it's like, I don't even remember them at all. I don't remember their name or their face. Don't remember them
at all.
And it's crazy, crazy, crazy. Because then, if that person will feel horrible, but then I'm that person to someone. They're like, I don't remember this person, zero.
The reason that we're feeling it more now is because we're getting older. Because I remember when I was younger, right, you have only a finite amount of memory because let's say you're 20 years old. I would talk to my dad. My dad always came across to me as so forgetful. I mean, he can't remember anyone's names. And I would say, oh, like, when did that happen? And he'd be like, I don't know. How old were you? I don't know. What year? I don't know. How do you not know? He's like, I just don't know. And now I'm starting to understand what he meant.
What that meant.
Because it's easier to recall things when you're 20 and you're just thinking about the last 20 years,
I've made a decision, and it's a concrete, confirmed decision. I haven't picked the time yet, but I am going to Peru and taking ayahuasca. I've made that choice. Swear on everything. I am going to do it.
I think Ari's most likely done that, right?
Yeah.
Have you talked to anybody?
Ari, I spoke it to.
I think Eric Andre did it too.
Yes, but like, you could do it in America and all that. And I know there's people out there that are like, it's fine. I want to go.
Is there a risk you could permanently fuck something up?
Here's the thing. Here's what's happened with these substances, psilocybin and ayahuasca and all that, is there's been a campaign.
I still like that. I want to read that fact about the brain soup.
Ask yourself this. There's been a campaign, against all these types of drugs because it connects you to like a state of consciousness, like, an altered state of consciousness that,
therapeutic,
allegedly like unlocks a lot.
What is it?
Allegedly.
Baby, I had last night, 2 nights ago, I had for the first time in a while, I forgot it was in the cupboard. Just called it a cupboard.
The cupboard.
I had my Beam Dream, babe. My Beam cocoa powder.
You told me that the Beam
I told you.
Cocoa powder, you get the best sleep.
Did
you get an unbelievable sleep last night?
I go
for
right
real?
out. You know what happened to me? You know why I remember to take it? Because a couple nights before I was on the road and I had a 7 a.m. flight and I had to be up at like 5:10 in the morning. And when I went to bed the night before at like 12 o'clock, I can't fall asleep because I'm so nervous that I'm not going to get up in time. I already have the anxiety and I could not sleep through the whole night. I came home. I couldn't afford to not have another night of sleep. So I have my Beam Dream cocoa powder,
which tastes great, right?
Yeah, I put it. You can put it in water. I put it in with a little hot milk, and they send you this like automatic, like this battery powered stir, and you put it in there. It's like zzz, it whips it around. Hot cocoa. I sip it right before bed. Delicious, dude. I go out, and it's just CBD. There's no THC or anything like that. I wake up completely
not groggy or anything.
Not groggy at all. I'm telling you, I've already reordered it like twice.
Well, it says for Beam Dream, 98% of people surveyed fall asleep faster when taking Beam Dream, and 99% of people experience better sleep quality. I say you're in the 98, 99 percentile.
I am, dude. The worst thing is getting up in the day when I have a full day of work and I feel exhausted when I wake up.
No,
and it just doesn't happen. That
doesn't happen. With
guarantees me deep sleep.
Well, what also is a guarantee? If you don't love it, you'll get your money back guaranteed, and for a limited time, you're going to get $20 off when you go to shopbeam.com/heybabe and use the code heybabe at checkout. That's shopbeam.com/heybabe and use code heybabe for $20 off.
Okay.
All right,
babe. Cha-ching.
Whoop, Shopify.
That's their new sound that they do.
I love it.
Like cash register. It's the sound of another sale on Shopify. That's what I say when I use it.
It's the sound of Shopify.
Shopify is an all-in-one commerce platform to start, run, and grow your business. It's the one-stop shop, guys. If you are starting an e-commerce business, have anything to sell at all, we love it. We love how Shopify has the tools and resources that make it easy for any business to succeed. From down the street to around the globe. It's available everywhere.
What I love is Shopify gives entrepreneurs the resources once reserved for big business, so upstarts, startups, and established businesses alike can sell everywhere, synchronize online and in-person sales, and effortlessly stay informed.
They level the playing field. Now you can have access to this kind of functions that larger businesses have right out of your own personal business. Scaling your business becomes easier. Like Shopify powers millions of businesses from first sale to full scale. You reach customers online and across social networks with an ever-growing suite of channel integrations and apps, including Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest. All the big dogs are on it.
Synchronize your online and in-person sales. Gain insights as you grow with detailed reporting of conversion rates, profit margins, and beyond. More than a store, Shopify grows with you. This is Possibility, powered by Shopify.
So that's it. You have all the tools you need, all the resources. It shoots out the statistics. It's a one-stop shop for all your e-commerce needs. Go to shopify.com/heybabe. That's all lowercase on the Hey Babe for a free 14-day trial and get full access to Shopify's entire suite of features.
Grow your business with Shopify today. Go to shopify.com/heybabe right now. What is it?
Shopify.com/heybabe.
But there's been this whole campaign with the world governments, I guess, about no ayahuasca, no psilocybin, it's bad, it's gateway, it's this or that. But then alcohol, they pump alcohol, where alcohol, there's way more deaths with alcohol than ayahuasca because alcohol makes you kind of dumber, where ayahuasca opens up parts of your brain where you can connect to a consciousness, a higher being, a higher power. There are some tribes right now today in the Amazon that give a shot of ayahuasca to a seconds-old baby because they wanted to connect to this consciousness immediately. So that's what it is. If you're giving ayahuasca to a seconds-old baby and it's fine, I can do it. It's this whole thing about, it's kind of I don't want to say fake news, but it's there's this whole campaign against it because everybody who takes it is I connected to a higher power. I'm not as nervous. I'm not taking.
I heard that. And you're even talking about microdosing as a form of therapy and for people.
Yeah,
for anxiety. Right. But are the cons? Are they real or are they? You're saying they're fake and it's not as bad as.
Listen,
because I heard you can F shit up. Did you ever see someone take a salvia trip?
No.
On YouTube? Remember what? Do you know what salvia is?
Didn't we smoke it in your thing?
That is definitely sativa.
Sativa, right?
Yeah.
Sativa.
So
yeah.
salvia, right,
Yeah.
was this thing, and I don't know if it's popular anymore, but I remember when it came out. You basically take it, and for like a minute, you go away.
Okay.
So people were putting on their webcams and taking it on their webcams, and you could watch the trip that they take because they're not there. They are not there anymore, and it is the most frightening thing I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, this,
and
yeah.
and a lot of people say it's not good. Like you because in ayahuasca, can you do it and then all of a sudden you're having a bad trip? Because if that's the case, I don't want to do it.
Well, I think that the whole point of going to Peru and doing it with a shaman is you're doing it with someone who's like an expert in that field, who their whole life has been like around this drug.
Okay.
Supposedly, because ayahuasca, it's DMT is the active ingredient in ayahuasca, and a lot of which is the spirit molecule, what gets secreted in your brain right before you die.
Right.
But they're saying that like ayahuasca and all those plants, it's what like the ancient Egyptians, the ancient Native Americans, all these people used to eat. It was a part of human culture. It was like, that's why it grows out of the earth.
It was like a
so you
carrot.
can connect to like this spirit world.
Yeah.
Where now for the last like 100 years, they've removed that because they're like, we can't have these people at a higher level, at a higher consciousness. So that, now listen, I'm watching a lot of YouTube documentaries, so I don't know what's real and what's not, but I kind of feel like, what do I have to lose? You know?
What is it? What are these one
I
star?
looked up an ayahuasca retreat in Peru, and I'm just looking at the one.
Oh, look at the reviews.
Just bad, stay away.
1 star, stay away. Keep going.
But
keep
what's
going.
the reason they're saying stay away?
Keep going. Just
seen
let's
a
just
lot of
see.
ayahuasca.
Let's see the top line. Just the top,
There's
like
pages of bad reviews.
poor. Go ahead.
Poor.
What did it say?
But this is
Horrible facility, under.
okay, but that's
staff.
bullshit. You're worried about
Hell. Read them.
the toilets wouldn't flush. It's like, fuck you.
Non-experience, a money-making scam. Okay.
In my opinion, the risk of having a bad experience far outweighs the possibility of having a good one. Yeah, but I think these people are going in with a negative mindset. You have to go in with a positive mindset.
Do you think they're nerds?
I think they're nerds.
Okay.
I think that they're nerds.
Why does that one say Donald Trump?
Exactly.
I
So
said
now,
wait.
Sorry, which one here?
I said I would like. Can you
right here,
scroll up
right
a
here.
little bit?
Scroll down a little bit. Right here.
there.
It's in the middle of this.
I said I would like to discuss the situation and took a seat at his desk where I noticed a Donald Trump money success book. I was then told that I invested every cent. After a considerate amount of discussion, the boss, Teddy, said, "Good day," packed his smartphone into his belt, picked up his leather gloves and a llama coat, and left. No resolution.
I still believe ayahuasca is positive, but I think it's important to find a spiritual company, not a suit and tie kind of place. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking to go to the mountains of Peru. Also, this is from January 2014. The world's changed now.
Ayahuasca's come far.
Ayahuasca's getting better.
Can you put up salvia on YouTube and put salvia trip? I don't know if they took those down, but
Yeah, no, this is the one we saw. Look at this kid. These are the original Impractical Jokers. This is
give
where it
us a little
started.
audio, or that'll get ripped if you give audio.
Yeah, we can. Yeah.
It will get ripped. Will they demonetize us?
I don't think so.
Look at this guy.
He's not conscious. What is he doing? He's jumping up and down.
Looks like a primate.
Yeah, he can't like control his body, which I don't want to do that.
I feel like we don't understand the brain enough to really take a real stance.
Yeah, I'm just saying I'm at a point in my life where I'm comfortable with the
I think you should
risk.
try it. It's great content.
What is
Do
he
it.
doing? What is
Oh yeah, no, that's on the Patreon.
what does he think he's doing? Like, you know what I mean? Like, look at what is actually happening to him. How is it? Why do it? Why do it?
Yeah,
Why is it
sativa, I don't understand.
salvia?
Salvia. My name's Salvia Vulcano.
No, but there's people that take it alone on their webcam.
I mean, I don't know.
They smoke it.
There's people sober that are terrifying. Have you guys ever heard of false memories where you just convince yourself something happened?
Is that like Berenstain Bears?
But is false memories, is that the butterfly effect? What's the butterfly effect?
I think it's like you start to no, really. I know that's something like
Isn't
isn't
that
it
an
like
Ashton
you
Kutcher
start
movie?
to believe Okay, I think what it is there's something like where your memory is so far removed that you start having memories of your last memory. So it's almost like a game of telephone, right? So if you're 20 years into a memory and what you're doing is you're accessing the memory of it. So it's once
Not the
removed
reality.
right. So in your head, your memory of something can change, and your last memory, most recent memory of that thing might be different than a few memories before it. And so over time, you believe something, there's potential to believe something that didn't actually happen because it's morphing in your brain. That's
right,
what I
but
heard.
your brain, to you, you're not lying. You can hook this person up to a lie detector.
Correct.
Yeah.
It's real to them, but it's
Correct.
not. So it's okay.
So then what is real? I mean, we had this discussion the other day. Our eyes and ears perceive everything on a delay. So everything's already happened. We have a lag naturally.
Yeah. How long is that lag?
I think it's like milliseconds or something.
Yeah.
But over the course of a life, you're like hours behind your life.
And we also hear and see in a spectrum, so we don't know if there's like just animals that exist in a different spectrum.
Well, there's colors is proven. There's like 1,000 colors we can't see. And also, if you ever put on those glasses, like spectrum glasses, or you might be able to see it online. Like right now in this room, there's like rays everywhere that our eyes just can't pick up. But if you put on these certain glasses, you can see like these rays of light that are shooting in all different directions.
Can't even imagine what another color would look like that we haven't seen.
Yeah, or another color, or like shapes. Like there's like, if you look I Googled once like colors that don't exist, shapes that don't exist. And it's like,
What comes up?
wild shit.
It says your brain may be on a 15-second delay.
What?
I mean, that's absurd.
How is that possible?
Well, no, because we live in this reality, so we don't feel it. It's like when your internet starts like shitting out.
Maybe that's where maybe that's where like deja vu or I had a feeling you were going to call is coming when you think about someone.
It's called 15 seconds ago.
And they called 15 seconds ago. You know what's getting crazy is I was talking to my boy, Tank Sinatra. Shout out Tank Sinatra. And Shout out Tank. And I said to him, he hooked me up with a watch guy.
Do you call him Tank?
I call him Tank.
Oh, no, you doing watches now?
Yeah. I wanted to.
I do want to go back to that Mandela effect.
I wanted to invest in a watch because watches is a good investment. and the money
You are the most Staten Island person.
and the money goes up in a watch. You know about watches, the investment on watches? Big return on watches.
I do know about watches. Some watches at least hold their value. Some watches go up because they become rare pieces.
Exactly.
But before we go further, how's Bitcoin doing?
Bitcoin
It's
is
bad.
I say now's the time to buy.
Didn't all the large cryptocurrency things just have a meltdown?
That's what they say.
$1 trillion gone.
I think that it's the big guys crashing the market so they can scoop it up and it's going to come back in. Buy. So
Well, Gary V says to without a doubt buy NFTs and buy
Bitcoin right now.
Bitcoin. He says like the people that reject it and say this is crazy, this is that, you're just doing yourself a disservice because you're in denial.
Yeah, there's too much money in it.
You
But
know what the internet needs? A Chris Distefano finance show.
that's what we need. I'm going to do
You
it.
ever watch Susie Orman?
No, but I've watched her show. I know who she is.
Yeah, she's like she'll tell you like she used to do this show where like people will call and be like, hey, look, this is what I have in the bank. These are my bills. This is what I make a year. I want to buy, this electric bike, or I want to buy this watch. Should I do it? And then she just like Rain Mans everything, and she goes, approved. Or she goes, I'm not letting you get it.
Does she doesn't do the show anymore?
It's so much fun. I used to watch it all the time.
So Susie Orman, shout out. She looks like everyone's auntie.
What
Yeah.
watch you going with? What are we doing?
So, no, here's the thing. So the watch I was going to get, right now I'm not sure. I'm on the fence, but I do want a rose gold. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't know what
it
rose
is.
gold is.
It's like a rose gold watch. Yeah, it's something like this. No diamonds, though.
what's
You
the
don't want to do
brand?
diamonds. Diamonds make the value go down on the watch
How's that?
because it's just, I don't know. It just does somewhere that it's no good. You don't want to do it.
Does something where it's not
I don't.
good?
I don't know anything about watches. Yeah. So, but my point is that it's about the cell phones. So I go to invest. I'm talking to Tank months ago. I was talking about like what's a good investment, and he was like, because that's where I take my investment advice from, Tank Sinatra. So he's talking about watches and how he makes money on watches. So he was like, I got
So
a
he
watch.
flips them?
Yeah, he flips watches. So he was like, I got a watch guy. So he hooked me up with the watch guy. We're texting, whatever. I can't make it. I can't make his, into the shop, whatever. This is 2-3 months ago. I'm with Tank last week. Me and Tank start talking about the watch guy. We were in Suffolk County, Long
Can't
Island.
say Tank enough, in my opinion.
Yeah. So me and Tank are talking about the watch guy. And that's all I know him as is the watch guy.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know his name. I don't even know what his name is. I just know him as the watch guy.
Fair.
So we're talking about the watch guy, and he's talking about the watches, whatever. 2 hours later, after we're talking about the watch guy. I haven't talked to him in 3 months. I get a text from the watch guy. He goes, yo, when do you want to come back in?
Sign.
I said to Tank, did you text the watch guy? He goes, no. I go, I haven't talked to him in 3 months. The watch guy just texted me. You know what I think happened is we were talking about the watch guy and watches and some type of in the algorithm thing on Instagram probably pushed my feed into his feed, hit me in his mind again, and then he texted me. That's what I think happened. Just like one time I saw a friend of mine that I hadn't seen in 10 years stopped at a red light in Bay Ridge. All of a sudden, I'm walking 2 days later, that person's suggestion, friends that you may know, pops up on Facebook or Instagram or whatever. So it's sick with the algorithms now, how you think it's fate and destiny and all that, but it's really just they put it in your head. I think the internet has been around for 10,000 years. It's just now we have a way to access it. I think they made the internet 10,000 years ago, and it's just always been here. It's just different. We have different way. Now we have the phone, and I think the internet's always been here.
How long do you think it took to download a JPEG in 5000 BC?
It took forever. I think lifetimes.
Yeah.
Lifetimes.
Can I tell you a crazy coincidence that happened to me once? I was at the doctor, right? And I was.
What were you getting done?
Well, it wasn't the doctor. It was the friggin'.
Imagine you were like cheek fillers. Would you ever get cheek fillers?
Would I ever?
Yeah.
100%.
Okay.
No, never. I didn't. I mean,
yeah.
I was getting my shot, my vaccination. That's where I was.
Yeah.
And I was like sitting at, when you sit and because you want to make sure you don't die at the end.
Half the podcast just turns it off now.
Yeah, I know.
He's
I know,
vaccinated.
Yeah. Yeah, do what you want. So I was waiting where they hold you for 20 minutes to see if you.
Sure,
whatever.
of course, yeah.
And I was talking to. He was talking. Oh yeah. So I was talking to the person with me, and I brought up something. Just Ari Shafir's dog. His name is Bandit.
Okay.
Okay. And I brought up Bandit to the person that was with me, and when I tell you, in 3 seconds after I said the name Bandit, a guy walked by with a zip up hoodie on, and he walked right past me and stood right here, and the back of his hoodie just said Bandit. And I was like, what are the odds of that? It only said one word. It wasn't like a company. It just said the word Bandit. And I took a picture of it and I sent it to her, and I was like, I said the word Bandit, and this guy walked in front of me 2 seconds later. I get that's just a coincidence, but what are the odds?
Well, it would blow my mind if it was anything other than the vaccine appointment, because you did have a microchip in you.
Right.
So it was attracting someone
Correct.
like-minded thing. So you said Bandit, it attracts words that say Bandit. That's the property. That's what Bill Gates does.
So that's fair then.
So that is wild. That is, I'm starting, as I'm getting older, to believe less and less in deja vu, less and less in coincidence. What I think might have happened, here's my hypothesis for that. I think maybe at the corner of your eye or whatever, you saw him with the sweatshirt that said Bandit, and then that prompted you to talk about Ari Shafir and the dog Bandit.
But it wasn't that. I know it wasn't that.
Do you guys believe in destiny?
What do you mean? Like how so? Like destiny in a sense of like
you can't.
I can't control what's going to happen in my future.
You can or you can't control it.
No, you have a destiny.
Or is there a destiny at all?
You either feed negative stuff towards your destiny or positive stuff.
So in other words, you're saying you have a destiny. You're going to get to X. You can get there negatively or positively, or you're saying the destination changes based off how much negative or positive energy you put towards it.
Well,
Doesn't destiny mean you're destined for this exact thing? I mean, like you could believe in destiny, whether you can, and then it's up to you whether you think you can control your own destiny or not. I've seen that, but I mean, I don't know if I believe in destiny. That's a bit of a lofty. Like that's like some hippy dippy stuff, right?
Wasn't that the motivation of most humans that occupied the earth? Their destiny? Before like maybe the 70s?
Well, yeah, because they were doing ayahuasca. So they were connected to the spiritual power.
I don't know. A Destiny's Child. I don't know. I don't even know.
I think that now
Destiny's Child.
I do think that there's I don't want to say an obligation, but I do think the narrative's changing now with psychedelics. Like I almost think like we have to, as human beings, connect to the spirit molecule. Everybody who connects to through ayahuasca or whatever, except for the ones who have bad trips, I guess. But I think it's worth the risk because if you connect,
Are you gonna remember it coming out?
yeah, you remember it. Okay, how about this? I may have said this already on a podcast, but whatever. I talked to 3 different people about their ayahuasca trip, and there was a thing that I read online that most people say about what happens when they come out of an ayahuasca trip, and 3 different people said the same thing. I'm sorry, all these people were saying the same thing. They're all connected through this one feeling they have. And I asked 3 different people about their ayahuasca trip, never saying I read people say this online, because I wanted to see if all 3 of them independently said it, and they all did.
Okay.
And all 3 of, by the way, if this would have been the last minute of the podcast, I should have saved it because it would have been perfect to say this has been Hey Babe. Should we? Yeah. Is it over anyway?
We're at like 52.
Fuck!
We can cut that out.
That's true.
Okay, redo it.
Maybe I just have Sal interrupt with something.
But I do want to know what this is, and we do then have to pick it up next time.
Yeah, so we'll pick it up on the. Okay, so here I'll start.
I also want next time. Can you write down Mandela effect?
Yeah, we'll start off with this one.
Yeah.
So, okay, start from here, Pimp. Okay.
You're gonna get this right. You're gonna know where to cut that. I don't know where the fuck to cut it.
Okay. Okay. Right. So, I feel like it's fake now, though.
Yeah, I know.
Whatever. Just keep everything in. Don't edit anything out. Just don't edit anything. Let's just keep it in. We don't want to lie to you guys. What everybody said, and we'll talk about Mandela. We're going to start the next podcast with Mandela effect, but what everybody said was, no,
but it's true. We didn't feel good about it.
We didn't feel good about it. We're never going to lie to you. We want this to be authentic. So what everybody said was, all 3 people independently, what they said is they all believe that they all are God. They're all God. So they're all God. So God isn't up here or down there or over there or over there.
I mean,
we got a diabetic in the house. They're all, everybody is God, and that's comforting.
You're the center of your own universe, right?
Exactly. Like, we're all God.
But that is non-ayahuasca belief too.
No, but it's crazy that
you are the center of everything.
That's the profound thing.
That they were God.
We're
all God.
Yeah, and a person I know who's very close to me, night and day difference, pre-ayahuasca, post-ayahuasca, 0 fear of death, because what they also said was, all the people said, is ayahuasca confirms to them that death is not the end. It's just another part of your existence. That this is just a part of your existence. You don't live and die.
Maybe I need to do ayahuasca.
Yeah, that death is not. They all believe it is not the end.
I live every day, every single day in horrible anxiety about death in general.
Right.
Mine, others, everything. I literally think about it all the time. So maybe
my fucking God. What time is it? Fuck, I just forgot this has been Hey Babe.
Don't be a fake, don't be a flake, don't run away from your feelings, babe.